Hello students, in previous class we discussed the problems related to concave mirror. So in the problem he gave object distance and focal length value, and he asked us to calculate the image distance and height of the image value. So now we are discussing the problem related to convex mirror. So with the help of this convex mirrors also we will get the images. So for the image formation we discussed a ray diagram also, and we are discussed about the rules also, and we discussed about the rules also for convex mirror, and we discussed about the ray diagrams for convex mirror also. Now we will discuss the problem. An object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter from a convex mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. Find the position and nature of the image. So an object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter from a convex mirror of focal length is 15 centimeter. Find the position and nature of the image. Means here one object is placed in front of a convex mirror. So the object is at a distance of 10 centimeter. Object distance is 10 centimeters from the convex mirror, and the focal length of that convex mirror is 15 centimeter. Now we should find out the image distance V and nature of the image. Okay, so here object is placed in front of a convex mirror. The object distance U equal to minus 10 centimeters, and the focal length of that convex mirror is 15 centimeters. And what is the image distance? V equal to how much, that we have to find out. Okay na? And at the same time we have to find out the nature of the image. Nature of the image means that is erected or inverted or diminished or enlarged. Okay, virtual or real, that also we should find. So here in this problem, object distance U equal to minus 10 centimeters. Okay, so why? Because here we are measuring the object distance opposite to incident ray. Okay, once you imagine convex mirror, so the object is placed on the principal axis. So once you observe the figure, in this figure incident ray is going from right to left, but we are measuring the object distance left to right. So we are measuring opposite to incident ray now. That's why we will take object distance U equal to minus 10 centimeter. Okay, next focal length F equal to 15 centimeter. Focal length F equal to 15 centimeter. Okay, so we know about rule 1. What is that rule 1? The ray traveling parallel to principal axis. In convex mirror we discussed 3 rules. Rule 1, rule 2, rule 3. So in that, what is that rule 1? A ray traveling parallel to principal axis falls on the mirror. After that, after falling on the convex mirrors, it is diverging. If we extend the reflected ray backward, that appears to be coming from the focus. So the ray traveling parallel to principal axis falls on the convex mirror and it is reflecting, means the ray is diverging. If we extend the reflected ray backward, that appears to be coming from the focus. Okay, so then P to F distance is called as focal length now. So here we are measuring that P to F distance, means focal length in the direction of incident light. Okay, if we measure the distance in the direction of incident light, then it is has positive sign, no? So here incident ray is going from right to left. At the same time we are measuring the focal length P to F distance from right to left, means here the focal length is in the direction of incident light only. That's why we are taken here F equal to 15 centimeters. Okay, then what is the image distance? V equal to how much? Okay, so which formula show the relationship between U, F and V? We have one formula. What is that? 1 by F equal to 1 by U plus 1 by V. This formula shows the relationship between focal length object distance and image distance. Okay, so here we have f value and we have u value, and from that we can find out v. Okay, how can we find out? Now we will discuss. U equal to minus 10 centimeter and f equal to 15 centimeter. V equal to how much? Substitute these values in the equation. 1 by f equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v. Okay, so 1 by f means 1 by 15. Okay, equal to 1 by u. U means minus 10, no? So in the place of u, minus 10 value substitute. 1 by minus 10 plus 1 by v. Okay, now we have to find out the image distance v value. That's why separate v. How can we separate? If we transport the 1 by u value towards the left side, then we can separate 1 by v. Okay, so transport 1 by u value towards the left side. Okay, so then what we can write? 1 by 15. Here minus 1 by 10 will become plus 1 by 10. Okay, so 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10 equal to 1 by v. Okay, so this one we can write like this also. How? 1 by v equal to 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10. Okay, 1 by v equal to 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10. Okay, now take LCM. So 15, 10. So how much will come? 5 3 is 15, 5 2 is 10, 5 3 is 15, 15 2 is 30. Okay, so then we can write 1 by v equal to 1 by 15 into 30 plus 1 by 10 into 30. Then 15 2 is 30, 10 3 is 30. Okay, so then 1 by v equal to 2 plus 3 by 30 means 1 by v equal to 5 by 30. So then v equal to 30 by 5 also we can write. Then how many times it will go? 5 6 are 30. V equal to 6 centimeter, not 16. So v equal to 6 centimeters. So the image is formed from 6 centimeters from the mirror. Okay, so the image distance is 6 centimeter. Next, now we will discuss the nature of the image. Okay, so here we can discuss the nature of the image. The image is formed virtual image, rected image and diminished image. This we can discuss. We can discuss the nature of the image with the help of magnification. Magnification m equal to minus v by u. We know the formula. Magnification m is equals to hi by ho equal to minus v by u. So here he not given height of the object or height of the image values. So here we have only image distance and object distance value. So from that we can find out magnification. So magnification m equal to minus v by u equal to minus v by u. So magnification m equal to minus v by u. So here v equal to 6 centimeters, u is equals to minus 10 centimeters. So substitute that value in this equation. So m equal to minus 6 divided by minus 10. So minus minus get cancelled, no? Then what will come? M equal to 6 by 10. So this m equal to 6 by 10, we can write 0.6 also. So m equal to 0.6. So the image is erected image and diminished image. Okay, so very small in size image will form, and that is erected image. With the help of a convex mirror, we discussed one ray diagram, no? So with the help of convex mirror, we discussed about one ray diagram. So in that ray diagram, where is the image will form? So the image is formed between focus and pole. Yes or no? Okay, once you recall that diagram. So here in that image will form between pole and focus. Okay, so that is straight image, means erected image. Okay, that is straight image, that is erected image. And Small in size means image size is when we compare with the object size when it is small. So image size is smaller than the object size. That's why we can call this as a diminished image. And erected image means straight image will form, and this image is not form on the screen. This image is not form on the screen, we can see in the mirror only. That's why it is called as virtual image. That's why it is called as virtual image. So when the object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter from a convex mirror of focal length 15 centimeter, then the image will form at 6 centimeters. Okay, so this is the image distance. This image is virtual image, and we can see in the mirror. Okay, and this image is erect image and diminished image means here the image size is small when we compare with the object size. Convex mirrors are used as rear view mirrors in cars, scooters and motorcycle, buses and trucks. This concave and convex mirrors are very useful in our life. Okay, so convex mirrors are we are using as a rear view mirrors because of the this convex mirrors used as a rear view mirrors in vehicles because convex mirrors increase a field of view, and convex mirrors are used in street light reflectors as they spread the light over a greater area. And concave mirrors are used by the dentist to see the enlarged image of a tooth, and concave mirrors are used in car headlights. Why we prefer a convex mirror as a rear view mirrors in the vehicles? Why? Because convex mirror always gives an erect and small image, and the image distance will be smaller than the object distance. Hence we prefer the convex mirror as a rear view mirrors in vehicles, as we have to observe the vehicles which are at the back side of our vehicle. So convex mirror always gives erected image and small image. The image distance will be smaller than the object distance. Hence we prefer the convex mirror as a rear view mirrors in the vehicles to observe the vehicles which are at the back side of our vehicle. So these concave and convex mirrors, we can call them as a spherical mirrors. Okay, so how do you appreciate the role of these spherical mirrors in our daily life? Okay, these spherical mirrors are useful in our daily life in many ways. Convex mirrors are used as rear view mirrors in cars, scooters, buses, etc. These help us to see the traffic behind the vehicle, which avoid accidents while taking turnings. Okay, so these convex mirrors are used as rear view mirrors in cars, scooters, buses. So these help us to see the traffic behind the vehicle. So by this we can protect ourselves from the accidents while taking the turnings. And concave mirrors are used by the dentist, ophthalmologist to see the smaller part of a teeth, eye and ears. Okay, and concave mirrors are also used in solar heating devices. Concave mirrors are used in solar heating devices. So all these uses with spherical mirrors make our life happy and comfortable. So all these uses with spherical mirrors make our life happy and comfortable. So hence the role of spherical mirrors in our daily life is highly appreciable. How do you appreciate the use of reflection of light by a concave mirror in making of TV antenna dishes? So the parabolic shape of dish reflect the signals to the dish's focal point. So the parabolic shape of dish reflect the signals to the dish of focal point. So how will be our image? How will our image be in the concave and convex mirrors? In concave mirror, our image is thin and enlarged. As we move away from the mirror, the image will be diminished and become a pointed at the pole. Okay, so in concave mirror, our image is thin and enlarged, and if we move away from the mirror, the image will be diminished and become pointed at the pole. In convex mirror, our image is bulged and the size of the image is diminished. As we move away from the mirror, the image is further diminished. So in convex mirror, our image is bulged and size of the image is diminished. As we move away from the mirror, the image is further diminished. Say some objects which act as concave and convex mirrors in your surroundings. So, these objects act as a concave and a convex mirrors in our surroundings, like spoon bulged outward. So, spoon bulged outward, that portion is acting like a convex portion. Okay, and outer surface of a cooking vessel, this portion also acting like a convex portion. And sink outward, this portion also acting like a convex portion. And glass outward, this portion also acting like a convex part. And which part is acting like a concave part? Spoon bulged inwards, this portion is acting like a concave portion. Inner surface of a cooking vessel, this portion is acting like a concave portion. And sink inwards, this portion also acting like a concave portion. Glass inwards, this portion also acting like a concave portion. Okay, if the spherical mirrors are not known to human beings, then what happened? Okay, so if the spherical mirrors were not known to human beings, it is very difficulty. So many difficulties we will face in our life. So nowadays spherical mirrors are of great use. Okay, so these spherical mirrors are playing very important role in our life. Okay, so to examine the inner organs by dentist, eye specialist, etc. So made easy by concave mirrors. For example, if we don't have concave mirrors, then it is very difficult to observe the inner parts. Okay, inner organs to doctors. Okay, so they will face so many problems. So by the discovery of these concave mirrors, it is very easy. And observing the traffic from the backside of the vehicle possible with convex mirror. If we don't have convex mirror, then we cannot observe the backside vehicle. Okay, so then so many accidents will occur. Okay, so with the discovery of the spherical mirrors, we can protect ourselves from the accidents also. And solar heaters, cookers are manufactured using the principle of concave mirrors. So by the solar cookers and solar heaters, these are manufactured by using the principle of concave mirror. These solar cookers that are made up of these concave mirrors only. Okay, so if we don't have this concave mirrors, then our scientists, they don't discover these solar cookers like that. So it will face some difficulties. If spherical mirrors were not known to human beings, the above said development may not be possible. So these spherical mirrors, if they are not known to human beings, these developments may not be possible. So we will face so many problems. So like this, these spherical mirrors are playing very important role in our life. So we cannot imagine our life without these spherical mirrors. So the convex mirror is nothing but, in a spherical mirror, if the bulged surface is made smooth and the inner surface is silvered, then that mirrors are known as convex mirrors. And what is a concave mirror? In a spherical mirror, if the bulged surface is silvered and the inner surface is made smooth, then that mirror is known as concave mirror. Okay, so in this chapter we discussed about the reflection of light by curved surfaces, and what is the meaning of spherical mirrors and what is the meaning of concave and convex mirrors. With the help of this concave mirror, how the image will form, where is the image will form, and we discussed about the rules, and we discussed about the ray diagram with the help of these rules, and we discussed the ray diagram for the convex mirror also, and we discussed about the rules also, and we discussed some terms also that are related to concave mirror, discusses some terms related to concave and convex mirrors, and discussed the use of concave and convex mirror, and we discussed about mirror formula and magnification, discusses some problems also. And next chapter.